What up, guys? This is Mr. Dex in for Auto Tech. So I wanted to give you guys some tips this morning on 4x4 system because I have a couple of customers, they complaining about the vehicle, the 4x4 system giving problem. If they're not getting a vibration, they getting some noise, or it's some sort of a problem. So I wanted to just touch on this briefly so you guys have an idea how the 4x4 system works. So with the 4x4 system, you have the differential, front differential, rear differential, and then you have the drive lines, and then you also have a transfer case. The transfer case is supposed to synchronize the system, meaning that it's supposed to have both front and back transfer power from the back to the front, have both in synchronization, working the way it's supposed to. Now what happens is, if you have uneven tires on the system, it creates a problem, because then you have three wheels going one way, you have one wheel going the other way. This is the reason why you see some of these manufacturers, like for instance Ford, I know for a fact, on some of the vehicles they recommend, if you're replacing tires, you should replace tires in a set. Now if you have 3 new tires and you have to replace one new tire, then that's fine. But you can have 3 tires that's worn out completely and then put 1 new tire on it. That would create problem down the line. You probably wouldn't feel it right away, but that would create problem down the line. And I know in some of Ford vehicles also, if you put on a different side, you have 3 new tires and then you put on a slightly smaller tires on one of the wheel, you have immediate drivable problem. That's just to show how these synchronizers, and then it has to be synchronized. So tires, as I say, is one of the main causes of 4x4 system problem. Subaru is also one of those manufacturers. They recommend that when you're replacing tires, you replace it as a set, to prevent problem with a 4x4 system. Because the thing with these vehicles is, once you start to have the problem, it's done. So what you have to do is you have to prevent it before it's before you start getting those vibrations, or before you start hearing a noise or something like that. And the way to do that is, one, like I said, to make sure that your tires are never uneven. Now, if you have a set of tires that's wearing evenly, that's fine. But when you have a set of tires and they're all different sizes, that's a recipe for disaster. It's definitely going to have you're definitely going to have problem down the line. And 4x4 repairs isn't cheap. So I just wanted to give you guys a heads up on that. And as I say, tires is one of the main cause. In some cases you have universal joint that start wearing out, and then they start putting strain on the transfer case, and that also create a problem. But the main culprit of 4x4 issues is tires. So check your tires on them, make sure that they even, make sure they're not different sizes. And if you have to make a sacrifice and get a set of tires, it's gonna help. It's gonna save your headache later on. Because like I say, some of these vehicles, some of them you get the effect right away, and some of them you don't feel nothing until you start to get a noise or a vibration, and then something is wrong. But it's done happen already, so it's nothing you can do about it except spend a bunch of money. So I just thought I wanted to give you guys a little tips on that. So stay tuned for some more updates on if something pop up. And that's it for me today. Bless.